Yeah, so interferon alpha in cancer therapy is used in treating leukemia, melanoma, Kaposi sarcoma by enhancing the immune responses against cancer cells. It also helps slow tumor growth and angiogenesis. And in case of immunotherapy, interferons are key players in modulating immune responses and is used in conditions like autoimmune diseases and chronic infections. Ifin gamma helps activate macrophages and T cells for stronger immune responses. Neurological conditions like multiple sclerosis and Ifin beta is widely used in multiple sclerosis to reduce relapses and slow disease progression by modulating immune responses and reducing inflammation in the brain. Also, reducing neuroinflammation, interferons have anti-inflammatory effects in nervous system, helping in diseases like multiple sclerosis and neurodegenerative disorders. They also modulate immune responses to prevent excessive neuro uh, inflammation. Then coming to role of GM-CSF in immune cell development. So the GM-CSF, that is the granulocyte macrophage colony stimulating factor, is a cytokine that plays a crucial role in hematopoiesis, that is, in the formation of blood cells, and also in the development, activation, and survival of various other immune cells as well. So, the hematopoietic stem cell differentiation. GM-CSF is a key regulator in myeloid lineage differentiation in the bone marrow. It stimulates the hematopoietic stem cells to differentiate into granulocytes, important for pathogen defenses like the neutrophils, eosinophils, basophils. Then, other than that, monocytes and macrophages, essential for antigen presentation and immune responses. Dendritic DCs, that is dendritic cells, critical for adaptive immunity and activation. Then it is also important activation and function of immune cells. So in case of neutrophil activation, it enhances neutrophil survival, migration, and phagocytic activity, and it helps in fighting bacteria and fungal infections. Then macrophage and monocyte maturation. It promotes the differentiation of monocytes into macrophages and inflammatory monocytes. Then it also enhances cytokine production and antigen presentation. So the dendritic cell development and antigen presentation is also seen in this. So it is essential for differentiation. Excuse me. Yeah, so it is essential for differentiation in case of the DC cells and maturation of dendritic cells, which link the innate and the adaptive immunity. It also enhances T cell activation through antigen presentation. Other than this, the role in inflammation and disease. So, pro inflammatory role. Overexpression of GM-CSF is linked to the chronic inflammation diseases like rheumatoid arthritis and multiple sclerosis. In case of autoimmune disorders, it can contribute to excessive immune activation and also tissue damage. In case of cancer immunotherapy, GM-CSF is used in cancer vaccines to boost antigen presenting cells, such as the APCs and the recent responses. Excuse me. Coming to the clinical applications of GM-CSF, bone marrow recovery. It is used in patients undergoing chemotherapy or bone marrow transplantation, like the sagromostim and leukine. These are used for chemotherapy, and Cancer immunotherapy, it is used in tumor vaccines to enhance anti-tumor immunity. In case of infectious diseases and lung disorders, GM-CSF therapy is being explored for pneumonia, sepsis, and pulmonary alveolar proteinosis. That is the PAP. Then coming to cytokines. Yeah. Coming to cytokines, cytokines are small signaling proteins that regulate the immune responses. They can be broadly classified as pro-inflammatory, that is promote inflammation, or anti-inflammatory, that is it suppresses the inflammation. So pro-inflammatory cytokines. These cytokines amplify immune responses, recruit immune cells, and promote inflammation to fight infections or injury. Major pro-inflammatory cytokines. Tumor necrosis factor, that is the TNF alpha, activates inflammation, fever, and apoptosis. Interleukins like interleukin 1, 6, 12, and 17 induces fever, immune cell recruitment, inflammatory response, regulates acute phase response, promotes inflammation and B cell activation, activates natural killer cells and T helper cells for immunity. It also promotes neutrophil recruitment, essential in autoimmune and inflammatory diseases. Then interleukin 18, it enhances IFN gamma production, boosting macrophage activation. Interferon gamma activates macrophages, enhances antigen presentation, and promotes Th1 immunity. Then GM-CSF, granulocyte macrophage colony stimulating factor, stimulates myeloid cell production and enhances inflammation. Other pro-inflammatory cytokines. A chemokine that attracts neutrophils to the site of infection is IL-8, and IL-23 promotes T17 cell differentiation linked to autoimmune diseases. IL-33 triggers inflammation in case of allergic reactions. Coming to anti-inflammatory cytokines. So these cytokines suppresses excessive immune responses, help in immune system regulation and tissue repair. Major anti-inflammatory cytokines are interleukins 10, inhibits macrophage activation, reduces pro-inflammatory cytokines like TNF alpha, and TGF beta, that is transforming growth factor beta, regulates immune tolerance, promotes tissue healing, and suppresses inflammation. Other anti-inflammatory cytokines are IL-4, IL-5, IL-13, and IL-35. These promote Th2 responses, inhibit macrophage activation, regulates eosinophil activity involved in allergic responses. It also suppresses inflammatory cytokines and promotes tissue repair. Produced by regulatory T cells, that is Tregs, suppresses T cell proliferation and inflammation. Next is the primary application of GCSF, that is granulocyte colony stimulating factor therapy. So, treatment of neutropenia, that is low neutrophil count. Granulocyte stimulating factor is primarily used to increase neutrophil production in patients with neutropenia, a condition characterized by dangerously low neutrophil levels, making individuals vulnerable to infections. The key clinical applications of GCSF: chemotherapy induced neutropenia. Most common use of GCSF is filgrastim. Pegfilgrastim helps cancer patients recover faster from bone marrow suppression caused by chemotherapy, bone marrow transplantation, hematopoietic stem cell mobilization, used to mobilize hematopoietic stem cells into circulation for collection before transplantation. Commonly used in autologous and allogenic stem cell transplants, congenital or chronic neutropenia. Used to treat genetic conditions like severe congenital neutropenia or cyclic neutropenia, aplastic anemia, and bone marrow failure syndromes. helps to stimulate bone marrow function in patients with aplastic anemia or myelodysplastic syndromes. Infectious disease related neutropenia used in patients with HIV/AIDS or sepsis to restore the neutrophil levels. Then types of interferons. So interferons are cytokines that play crucial role in antiviral defense, immune regulation, and anti-tumor activity. They are classified into three major types based on receptor binding and function. Type 1 interferon, primary function antiviral immunity, immune modulation, and anti-tumor activity. Receptor is IFNR, that is interferon alpha receptor. Key cytokines are interferon alpha and interferon beta. Uh, in case of interferon alpha, produced by plasmacytoid dendritic cells, macrophages, and infected cells. It enhances antiviral defense, immune activation, and tumor suppression. Clinical use is treatment of chronic hepatitis B, C, leukemia, and melanoma. Interferon beta, produced mainly by fibroblast dendritic cells, regulates immune response, reduces inflammation. Clinical uses multiple sclerosis therapy. Then type 2 interferon, that is interferon gamma, primary function is macrophage activation, immune regulation, and Th1 response. Receptor is IFN-GR, that is interferon gamma receptor. Cytokine is interferon gamma produced by Th1 and natural killer cells. Enhances macrophage activity, antigen presentation, and bacterial clearance. Clinical uses treatment for chronic granulomatous disease and osteopetrosis. Type 3 interferons are interferon lambda. Primary function is antiviral immunity, mucosal immunity, and immune modulation. Receptor IFN-LR, that is receptor lambda, interferon lambda receptor. Key cytokines are interferon lambda 1, 2, 3, and 4. Primarily involved in mucosal immunity, lungs, gut, and liver. Less symptomatic inflammation than type 1 interferons. Potential uses in COVID 19, viral hepatitis, and respiratory infections. Type 1 interferons, type 2 interferons, and type 3 interferons. Type 1 are interferon alpha and beta, type 2 are interferon gamma, and type 3 are interferon lambda. So these are the different classes of interferons. Next comes multiple sclerosis. Yeah. So multiple sclerosis is a chronic autoimmune disease that affects the central nervous system, including the brain and spinal cord. It occurs when the immune system mistakenly attacks the myelin sheath, the protective covering of nerve fibers, leading to inflammation, demyelination, and neurodegeneration. Causes and pathophysiology. Autoimmune attack. T cells, B cells, and macrophages target myelin, causing inflammation. Demyelination, myelin loss, slows, disrupts nerve signal transmission, axonal damage, and prolonged inflammation leads to irreversible nerve fiber loss. Lesion formation, white matter lesions develop in CNS. So the common symptoms are depression, vertigo, vision problems, sexual dysfunction, bowel and bladder symptoms, muscle related symptoms, cognitive dysfunction, fatigue, etc. There are types of MS. So there are relapsing remitting MS, secondary progressive MS, primary progressive MS, and progressive relapsing MS. So relapsing remitting MS is most common. 85% of the cases involves flare-ups, that is relapse followed by remission. Secondary progressive MS is gradual worsening of the symptoms after RRMS. Primary progressive MS is slow, steady worsening from the start without relapse or remission. Progressive relapsing is rare, steady progression with occasional relapse. So, interferon beta is the primary interferon used for the treatment of multiple sclerosis. It helps manage the disease by reducing inflammation, suppresses pro inflammatory cytokines, and increases anti inflammatory cytokines, modulates immune response, decreases the activation of T cells and macrophages, reducing the autoimmune attacks on the central nervous system. Limiting demyelination helps protect myelin, the protective sheath around nerve fibers, slowing MS progression. Reducing relapse frequency lowers the number and severity of MS relapses. Common IFN beta medications for MS: IFN beta 1A, IFN beta 1B, injected intramuscularly or subcutaneously and administered subcutaneously. These therapies are effective in relapsing remitting MS but have limited effects in case of progressive forms of MS. So, the other treatment options. So, disease modifying therapies, slow disease progression. Interferon beta agonist Rebif, betaseron, reduces inflammation and relapse frequency. Our monoclonal antibodies like natalizumab or ocrelizumab block immune cell migration into the central nervous system. S1P receptor modulators, fingolimod, siponimod, trap immune cells in lymph nodes. Other DMTs, teriflunomide and dimethyl fumarate, are also used as treatment options. So, symptomatic treatment is for using steroids. Methylprednisolone treats acute relapses, and muscular relaxants like baclofen, tizanidine controls spasticity, and antidepressants and cognitive therapy manages mental health and symptoms. So, lifestyle and supporting care are also important. So, physical therapy and exercise improves mobility and strength. Diet and nutrition, anti-inflammatory diet may help, and vitamin D supplements. Low vitamin D is linked with MS risk. That is it for this session. So, if there are any doubts regarding this session, you can mail it to this email ID. We can end the session now.